Everybody, and people still piling in. Awesome. Okay, we are live on YouTube, and as soon as this populates on my screen so I can see it, yes, I just hit record, and there we go. So we're going to get started here. I want to welcome everybody to tonight's training. Once again, man, it's another year has gone by. Thanksgiving is here, and Christmas is around the corner. January 1st is just 45 days away, and a new year is upon us. So it's time to really get down and start digging, get your businesses a foothold in your communities, and start making some headway. And last week we talked about 27126, just 27126 only, setting up a text marketing program for your businesses. And a lot of people have done that, man. I've talked to several people, and it's going very successful for them. Ken and Maria, I've been talking to them for like 3 weeks, maybe a month now. And when we first talked, and I know Ken don't mind me saying this because I asked him previously before another training, but he was all over the place, and he didn't have a focus, and he had just came into Instant Appwizard, and we all know what happens when you get in the platform, man. You see 5,000 things you can put together, and you can go out and sell. And Ken and I talked and reeled it in a little bit and said, hey, let's focus and let's get a plan together. We started getting a plan together, and he put his plan together, and he's been out focusing on texting and Kiosk, and that's it, nothing else. And had a very successful week. And so I guess with that said, what I want to say is if you get a plan and if you focus, and I mean really, really in your focus, and I know some of you I talk to, it's like pulling teeth, because as soon as the next shiny thing comes upon you, you lose that focus. And if you want to be successful in business, and I don't care who you are or what you're doing, you have to focus. And if you lose that focus, you lose your direction. And if you lose your direction, your business starts going downhill. And then, of course, you come back around, you put the blinders on, you start focusing again. And I want everybody to know, just like I've worked with, 20 people in the last 2 weeks, I am here for you to help you get your plans together, help you solidify your business, help you get out in the community. I can't remember who it was now. Maybe I think I've had a couple of people now. They were actually with the customer and called me just to verify a couple of things and to make sure things were exactly as they said. And there's nothing wrong with that. Believe it or not, I do that all the time. When I'm out with a client and I'm closing a deal, and maybe I want to make a special deal or something, I'll call somebody. And even though it has really nothing to do with my business, I'll call them and say, hey, listen, I'm with a client. I need to make this deal. I'd really like to get approval on this. Going to be a great client. And of course, I come back and say, yeah, we can do it. Go ahead and do that today for you. So, there's always a good cop, bad cop scenario. There's always times you're going to be able to have to use that to close the deal. But whatever you have to do, you put it out there the best you can, and you make things happen. Now, I've got a very special surprise for you, but I want to welcome everybody to Wednesday night training. The Appwizard studio team, we've been here for, I guess, 5.5 years now, and very happy to do so. As everybody knows, there's only a couple of times a year when we don't broadcast, and Thanksgiving is one of them. So next Wednesday night, we will not broadcast, okay? Next week, we will not have training. The week after that, I will be traveling that Wednesday coming home, and I will not be home in time to do training. So we're going to do training on Tuesday night instead of Wednesday night. I will post that in the Facebook group. But next week, we're going to enjoy turkey and have a good time and be with our family and our friends and enjoy ourselves and be thankful for all the blessings that we received all year long and all the things that have come our way. And thankful for the coming season that is going to bring us good things and good business deals. And we're going to work hard and we're going to make things happen. So with that said, I want to show you what 40 years will do to a person. I had a friend of mine send me a couple of pictures today. This was in 1977, 40 years ago. This is a newspaper version of the clip, the image that you see here. But this is me behind the drums. I was a drummer for the stage band. And this is me today. Matter of fact, this was like a week ago. I was hosted on a show on the internet. And but everybody, I've showed a few people this picture today. They said, "Man, you look like a girl." My hair was probably about down to here, and you can see that that's changed. But this is what 40 years will do to you, and 40 years of internet marketing, and 40 years of being an entrepreneur, and it's just kind of crazy, you know, the way things happen and the way things go. I was a professional musician for several years. I loved every single minute of it. And it's just one of those things, one of those memories that always comes back to me. You can see here on my drum, it says Kerry Ken. When I go back to my hometown, I know when people know me from then, because in school, that's what people call me, Kerry Ken. My middle name is Ken. So I thought I'd share some memorabilia with you that was passed on me today. But 40 years, that was the spring of 77. And of course, this is the winter of yeah, now I look more experienced. All right. All right, let's get on into training now. And you had the opportunity to see my beautiful locks way back then. And I miss those days greatly. I loved high school. But if you have not joined our Facebook group, join our Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/AWS Mastermind. As I say every week, it is a wonderful place to be. So many good people in that group that is willing to reach out and help you. So many great articles that are posted in that group. And, you know, I love being in there. I learned just about everything I know from that group, from articles that are posted. Mike Cahill's great at posting articles in there. He's got a system set up, and we've talked about that in the past, where he gets all kind of articles related to his business, which also relates to us, right? So I'm going to go as long as I can tonight until my voice just stops. So, but we're going to try to get everything in. And thank you for coming out, and let's rock and roll. Appwizard Studio, nor I cannot guarantee just because you're watching training, you'll make any sales, create any traffic, or increase your income. Every person is different, has a different work ethic and different desires. And boy, do we ever know that is so true. Last week, we talked about 27126 and the power of setting up nothing but text message marketing. And we've had several people go out and do that. And I'm so excited to see people's businesses where they've taken their focus and they said, okay, let's listen to training. Let's put this together. Let's do this and see if this will work for us. And let's start building a customer base. There's nothing more important than building a customer base, because you can't really go out and make a sale and do upsells and go back with new products until you've got a customer base. That customer base can't be built over day. You don't want to make a sale today and then go back and upsell tomorrow, because that's your only customer. You want to take a product and you want to go out and sell it. You want to get them loving you, liking you, and caring for you, and want to hug you and kiss you every time you walk in the door, because you are doing something special for their business. I did a webinar last night, and there is nothing more important in your life, in your business life, than helping other businesses. That should be your main focus. And as long as that's your main focus, everything will go very well for you. Your business will flourish. Referrals will come in because you are sincere in what you do. You are sincere in helping others, but you can't do that until you focus and focus on a product. And it may not be 27126. It may be just another product in the platform, but we took it back to the very beginning, to something extremely simple last week, and simple really works. And there are some on here tonight that I've talked to this past week that will tell you simple really works, and it helps you to build that foundation in your business, and it helps you to it helps you to build that customer base that you're looking for, so that you can go back in 60 to 90 days and say, hey, look what we've introduced. And as we talked about last night, it's very important. Remember this, and don't ever forget this. We can introduce something new every single week. I'm going to show you something tonight that's brand new, okay? But you may not come out with it for a year from now. You may not bring it out for 2 years from now. But understand that it's your business, okay? So when you launch a product, it's new for your company. When you bring out a new product, maybe you were waiting on proof of concept. Maybe you were testing the waters in a different market and you were proving the concept. But when you launch a product, you are launching a new product. Just because Appwizard Studio brings it out tonight doesn't mean that you've got to lose your focus. And I know that happens so much. And sometimes I think to myself, you know, Carrie, don't even talk about this tonight. But we have some people that have been with us for 5 years, and they're ready for a new product to launch. Maybe you've been doing this for a year, and you've kind of been all over that road, and you finally just now found a product that you can launch and you can be very successful with, and you can go out and do the 27126. But don't worry about what we teach on Wednesday nights unless it directly affects what you're doing right now. What I'm teaching right now will directly affect what you're doing right now. It's the best product in the world for recurring income. There's nothing better than having 27126 by your side as your recurring income model. I want you to think about this for a moment. You can literally go out and set up a 27126 model for $89 a month. $89 a month. Texting's only costing you $15, so that leaves you what? $74 a month. $74 a month in residual net income. Okay, $74 a month. If you went out and got 100 customers and you focused over the next year and went out and got 100 customers and did nothing but build a customer base with 100 customers, doing nothing but selling the marketing platform, the texting system, the 27126, you would literally put $7,400 a month in your pocket. Now, I don't know about you, but $7,400 a month is a lot of money. A ton of money. And the cost of that is very, very, very small of building that residual package. Now, once you go out there, okay, once you go out there, and tonight I want you to listen very closely. I had a phone call after training last week, and they said, you know what, the light bulb went off, and we were talking about, I was wondering if everybody else heard it during training when I was talking about doing these next upsells with the Kiosk system. And you're going to see that when we do this, there's nothing else to add except a kiosk. There's no cost involved adding a kiosk except the tablet that you're going to set up. And guess what? They're going to pay for that. So you're fixing to increase your residual income. You're about to increase your monthly residual income, and it's not going to cost you a single nickel because you're going out and you're talking to people who are now your customers. You've built that customer base, and you've actually laid out all the groundwork. The 27126 is working for them perfectly. Now you're going to walk in with that new product that your company has decided to release, and you're going to share with them how they can put a kiosk on their desk and increase your monthly income. It's the most amazing. There is nothing any greater than residual income, but there's nothing even more greater than residual income that you can increase and it not cost you a penny. Does everybody follow me here? And I know my voice is cracky, and my excitement level right now, I'm sweating like it's 110 degrees, and I got it air conditioning on, and it's only 60 degrees here. Does everybody follow me what I'm about to say? I mean, we're talking about building your business and not adding any out-of-pocket money, okay, and increasing your residual income a good $50 or more. A good $50 or more. And you don't have to have any money out. This is your upsell. Now, I want you to understand, we're not going to do the upsell until we have a minimum of 75 to 100 customers in our customer base. Does everybody hear me? So if it takes you a year and you're excited right now and you're thinking, gosh, Carrie's just hit on a gold mine. Carrie has just brought something that's really going to increase my income. I want you to think about this for a moment. I want you to go out and I want you to build a customer base of 75 to 100 customers on one simple product. And that product has to have SMS marketing with it. You have to have the text message marketing with it. That is your recurring income. You can go sell one-offs all day long. You can go out and sell mobile business cards all day long for a $100 bill. You can go out and sell 5 of them a day and make $500 a day. That's $2,500 a week. That's $10,000 a month. That's $120,000 a year. But let me tell you what just happened. You know what you got to do next year? Does anybody know what you got to do January 1st of next year after you've worked your butt off for an entire year and you've gone out and you made $120,000 and you look back and say, boy, what a year. Now you're sitting there on January 1st and you're looking forward and you're saying, shit, I got to go do it again. I got to go out there and do it everything I did last year over again. You don't have to do that. If you'll follow the plan and plan to follow and put it in place, you never have to work like you're working today again. You have my word on that. You're probably going to have to go out and find, out of 100 customers, you're going to have to go out the next year and replace the ones that you lost, because we all know that everybody's not going to stick around. There's going to be those that fall off. You can't help that. I don't care how good the product is. Some people just don't get it. Okay. Some people just don't get it. And you're going to walk in and they probably got a database of 1,000 numbers. And they're going to say, I just don't want to pay that $89. Okay. We're going to pull that 1,000 numbers from you. And when you start explaining to them what's about to happen, they probably won't drop out. But if they've got a list that's making them money, they are ready for you to walk in and make them more money. But the important thing is this: you don't have to start January 1 again. After this year, you do not have to start January 1 again, wondering if you're going to make a paycheck tomorrow. The classic. Tonight, we're going to talk about the classic. And I'm going to talk about the classic for a very simple reason. And not next Wednesday, because we're off next Wednesday, but the next Tuesday night, our Tuesday night Wednesday session, we're going to talk about adding the other kiosk into the mix and bringing in additional incomes, especially oh man, my brain just went blank. The one that's red. Somebody help me out here. The one that's red in the new 2.0 system that I love so much. Winter chicken dinner. But anyway, we're going to talk about those when we come back from Thanksgiving break. No, not the birthday club, the sweepstakes. I knew somebody'd get it there. So let's come on over. And tonight we're going to talk about the classic. Now, I want everybody to remember something. What have we not even done yet? What's the one thing we haven't done yet? We just sold them a texting program last week, right? And we put signs all over their business that said, text Carrie to 27126. And so the customers are coming in. They're seeing those signs up everywhere. And people are just naturally doing it because we know that the people behind the counter won't do it. They won't go out and share the information. So what have we not even done yet? One thing we've not even mentioned yet. We've not even sold them. We've not even sold them a mobile business card yet. We've not even talked about the app with them yet. We've not talked about any other product in our system yet. And we've got, what, 30 or 40 different things we can sell. We've not even brought them into the mobile business card yet, right? All we did was set them up, and we're going to wait about 60 to 90 days, okay, from the time that we sold them. So I want you to think about this. Let's say you sell 10 people this month. In 60 to 90 days from now, because you've got them working, you've got them up, you've got them running, they like their product, you're monitoring everything, and you know that everything's going good. In 60 to 90 days from now, you can walk in and say, hey, look what we've just released. And so now after 3 months, every month you've got new upsells to go out and do. So you've just taken your first year from $74 or $7,800 a month, or whatever I said a while ago, $7,400 a month, okay, up to $10,000 or $15,000 a month. So every 60 to 90 days, after that 60 to 90 days is up, now you're going in and you're doing those upsells, and they love you and they're ready to give you more money because you have increased their business and they're making money. We're going to go back in the same app. We have literally been in this app for ever. Do not forget to let me do not forget show you the new tool that we launched this week. Okay. Okay. Why do I love the classic kiosk, and why have I picked that for my next upsell? Can anybody think for a moment? I want everybody to put your thinking cap on here. Okay. Why would I go for the classic? Why would I simply pick the classic? Not just because it's simple and it costs us nothing. There's a very specific reason why I picked the classic. Okay. A very specific reason. It's already tied in to the messenger system. All the names that you have pulled in off of the 27126 are already in the text subscriber list. Okay. Everybody that has been pulled in is already in this list right here. Okay. The text keyword list. Now, what are we going to do with all those people? Okay. We're going to get all those people. When they come in, we're going to start sending out a reminder message. Hey, when you come back in, sign up for our birthday program. And now when all the new customers are coming in and they're signing up on the kiosk, we're capturing them in the birthday program. So we're adding a kiosk system that is already attached, already ready to go, already building. And hey, looky here. Mr. Store owner, we're going to be able to tie this in. Okay, this is what I'm saying. Okay. We're going to be able to tie this in right directly with your 27126 campaign that you are currently working now. We're going to be able to merge all of those names into the one database so you can reach out to everybody that not only signs up on the 27126, but also will come in and they will sign up on the kiosk. They're all going to the same database. So you've just done a wonderful thing for your client. Now, at this point, he's probably at 1,000 texts per month. Okay. I'm very smart. Thank you. No, I'm really not smart at all. I just think this stuff 24/7. So what you've done here is you've brought in a tool that's going to greatly enhance his 27126 program, a program that is already working for him, a program that's already showing a return. He can see it when they walk in the door because they're walking in with their text messages. Now, I'm fixing to make a switch here. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to show you this here. I'm fixing to show you something. I'm going to pull off that screen. I'm going to show you something else because I just want to remind you. We're kind of going to swap back to next week. We're going a little bit because I want to show you what I'm talking about. I think it's very important that we see what we're talking about. Can everybody see my screen right here? Now, this happens to be a message Will Sims is sending out. Will Sims has gone out and started selling 27126, and he is showing this to his customers. He's showing them, and I'm on his list. That's how I know he's sending these out. And so, but you see here, the only thing going out is what? His text message. That's the only thing going out, and that's all you need to see. That's all you need to see, okay? All you're sending out is a text message, just like we send out our Appwizard training. Don't miss our Appwizard Studio training tonight. All you're sending out is a text message. That's all that needs to go out. Send out that, hey, Will, could you send promotions like this to your customers? Start today. Call me. Your customers check notifications too. I mean, you just told your client exactly what's going on, and they're able to see that. Okay, they hit their phone. When I hit my phone today, you know what I told myself? Well, Will Sims is in front of another customer. Will Sims is demonstrating the system one more time. And Will Sims works a full-time 80-hour-a-week job working on people's AC units. All right, and it's just that simple. Hey, Will here, could you send from? So all you're sending out is what? You're sending out your SMS. Now you're going to bring it away. Let me come back over here. Can everybody see my screen here? Everybody see my Appwizard Studio screen? Awesome. And so now we're going to come in and we're going to upsell the Classic. And we're going to keep this very simple because we're going to upsell the Classic and we're going to show him how we're going to use the what? The birthday program. I was talking to a guy the other day. He said, I don't know of a business that really can use a birthday program. And I nearly fell off my front porch because when I talk to you guys, I'm usually sitting on my front porch in my rocking chair, looking out over the pasture land, and because it helps me to focus when I'm talking to you. And I said, really? I said, you don't know of one business that would use? He said, no, I can't think of anybody. And I asked him the last 10 businesses he went into, and I showed him how those businesses could have used the birthday program. And yeah, I do have cow neighbors. And so it was like, wow, I never really thought of that. A birthday program can be used in any business that has a product. Any business that has a product, because you have got to bring that footfall traffic back in there. Okay, you have got to bring in that footfall traffic. Remember these numbers. Write this down. We'll put it on a sticky pads and put it on the back of your wife's head. Out of 100 customers, 80% of those customers will not return. 80 out of 100 new customers will not return. Okay, 80 out of 100 customers will not return if they have no engagement. If that 80 is engaged, 60% of those customers will come back. 60% of those customers will come back. So 48 out of the 80 will come back, plus the 20 that's already coming back. 68 out of 100 will now come back instead of 20. Okay, 68 out of 100 will come back instead of the 20. Customer engagement is key. Customer engagement is key to life in a business, period. Talked to a lady just the other day. I've been talking to her for 6 months. I stopped in again. I said, hey, how's business going? She said, it's booming. And I said, I'm just curious. I said, where do you get your business from? She said, I opened an online store and I sell 90% of my product online. And I said, well, do you not want to sell more in your store? And this is a very interesting thing she told me. She said, you know what? She said, I opened my store at the suggestion of my tax attorney because I did not have any write-offs. And that was very interesting to me. I learned something. You know, I thought, wow, that's really cool. So I said, well, what if I could show you a way to reach out to your customers and drive them to sales online? And she said, well, I've tried email marketing. And she said, I just couldn't really keep up with it. I said, what if I could show you a way to use SMS marketing where we'll get them to sign up on your website. And then all you have to do is set up an automated message. Then you don't have to worry about it. She said, I've never thought of that. You see, I took all those negatives that she was throwing out at me, and my brain was working 1,000 miles per hour ahead of hers, trying to figure out how do I use this to reach out to customers of hers when she's having sales online and they do not get that email message. So we're setting up an SMS campaign for her next week to start doing SMS campaigns to drive people to her online store. You see, it's not just a brick and mortar. You need text messaging for everything. Okay? Text messaging to drive. I get text message how many of you go to webinars? How many on here? I know I see Michael Cahill on here and some other people that I know that go to webinars. What's the first thing they ask you for on your webinars now? They ask you for your phone number. And I'm going to tell you, I am signed up for the Appwizard training, and I'm the one that does it, just so it will remind me that it's that time, and I get in and I turn everything on. I get a text message that says, hey, the webinar is starting in 15 minutes. Don't forget about it. And, you know, we're all busy. We're all very busy. So that's their way of reaching out to me. 27126, 27126, 27126. Now, 90 days later, I can walk into a store. I can say, hey, I've been watching your numbers. You're doing an exceptional job. You're bringing in customers back in. And the first thing, you know what? My sales have increased. It's been working awesome. Let me show you a new product that we just brought out. And I want to share it with you as I'm starting to share it with my customers that I've had for a while. And we're going to go in and we're going to look at 1.0, the classic kiosk. Very, very simple to set up. Very, very simple to use. Another thing that I like about the classic kiosk, it's very easy to send a message where your subscriber, where your client can go in and send a message. There's not a lot of the 2.0 stuff that's in it that could be confusing to your client. So you're going to get them used to the next step. Everything we do, we want to take them to the next step. We want to take them to where they want to go to increase their sales. So what we're going to do is we're going to simply walk in and we're going to show them the classic kiosk. Now, this is what I recommend you're doing, okay? And I can tell you, I know that a lot of you have bought and put texting on your platforms this week. And I'm very excited about that because I know that you're out there working, you're making money, and your business is growing. All you have to do now is go out and spend $100 on a tablet, okay, and get you a stand. And about 2 weeks ago, we had posted in the training here, and Kenny Dutton, if you would, I think you're the one that had those links. Post that in the Facebook group. But go out and get you a tablet. They're about $60, and get you a stand. They're $25, and that's what you're going to walk in with. Don't walk in with anything else, because that's what you're going to sell them. You're not going to sell them reputation management. You're not going to sell them events. You're not going to sell them anything else. You're going to walk in and they're going to say, hey, what's that? You see, now you don't have to worry about them knowing you're a salesman. They already know you're selling something. They already know that you're going to walk in and sell them a product. Okay? They already know that you're there to help them grow their business. You say, hey, Will, I've got something really cool that we've just launched. I'd like to share it with you. We can integrate it with your 27126 program. We can bring a birthday program into the mix. Let me show you how it works. Let me show you how it works. And you simply break out your tablet. You set it on the counter. Now, he's already in the 27126. Okay? He's already in the 27126. So if he signs up again, it's not going to send him a message, right? Because he's already in there. He's already in that. But you can go ahead and sign him up for the birthday program. And because it's a separate program, it will send him a message. Now, don't forget, this is very important. I get this call all the time, Carrie, where do I set up the birthday program? Because it's not inside the kiosk. In the 1.0, and we did a complete training on this, but I want to show you again. First off, this is your URL. This is the URL that goes inside of the fully kiosk browser that you're going to download on your Android tablet. Okay, you're going to put this URL in the fully kiosk browser, and that will turn your tablet into a kiosk. All right, there is like tons of training on that in the YouTube channel. So you're going to go in, you're going to set this up. You're going to set this up as your kiosk. Now, some of you are sitting there saying, well, I really want to put their logo in there, and I'd really like to do this. Why do you want to go through all that crap for every single customer? You do not need to do that. Every one of these looks the same. They all do the same thing. Isn't it much easier than to take 30 minutes out of your day every day, or an hour out of your day every day to set up 4 different kiosks in between customers when you can be out there talking to new people? You can simply say, you know what, Will, what we're going to do is we are going to put your logo right here, and we're going to make these colors match your logo just as they do with my kiosk. And we will set that up for you, and we will bring the kiosk in and we'll set it up on your counter and show you how to use it. Or do you want to take 30 minutes out of your time, getting their logo, putting it together, and going out there and saying, hey, I could have showed you mine, but I'd rather waste my time, and I want to make it look exactly what you want to see. I have never, ever, 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 ever done a demo app. Never. The only app they've ever seen is my app. Why? Because my app doesn't look any different as far as the buttons and as far as the way it works as the one I'm showing them. There's one thing I don't believe in, and that's wasting my precious hours when I could be making precious money. Does that make sense to everybody? And I know some of you are still going to, you got it stuck in your head that you're going to go out and you're going to make these fancy looking kiosks and then and waste your time when they would have said yes anyway. But does everybody understand what I'm saying? Time is money, and I would rather see you out making 2 more 27126 sales. So in 90 days, you could go out and sell 2 more kiosk systems and increase your revenue and make more money. To me, that just makes 10 times more sense. And I know some people are into that. I'm just letting you know I'm not. And I've never had to worry about it. So we go in, we're going to set up our kiosk. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to edit the kiosk interface. And I love this system. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. We're going to upload an image. Let me pull this over here so I can find me an image real quick. Now let me see if this image will fit in there. This is one that Dennis did, my golf buddy. We'll see if it fits. There it goes. Okay, so we come up here. And we did our image. We put our image in there. This is for a real kiosk, actually. Just to let you know. This is a real kiosk that was sold for a barbershop. Didn't save it. Always remember to save, because if you don't save, it don't show. And then you have to go back and do it twice, and that wastes time. All right, we're going to come down here. We're going to hit save. You can see exactly what it looks like. Okay. Now we can come in here and we can change up some button colors. Let's see here. Let's change the button color to this blue. I like this blue that he used. I'm going to use my ColorZilla. I'm going to pick this blue right here. Right there. I'm going to come down to button color. I'm going to put that color in there. We'll say okay. Now our button color matches up there. Text is okay. He's got black in here. It's black and white photos, so the black and white background's fine. If you want to change the background color, maybe you could make it this gray color right here to fit in. We'll just pull it off so I can show you. I personally wouldn't do it, but you could do that. And you've changed your background color, and that looks good. This is offset just a little bit, so that looks really nice. I'm going to hit save. You can make this text anything you want. Join our monthly coupon club. Let's increase the font size. I don't know what size it was, but we'll go up there and put about a 24. Let's bold that. This is just a WYSIWYG system. Join our monthly coupon club. And then whatever you want to put down here. Every month, every first Monday, we send out a special coupon. Whatever you want to do. Okay? Easy to do. Now remember, this is already set up in the marketing platform. So if he wants to come in and you want to show him how he can send out special coupons, he can simply go in and type that in right there. Okay? If you want to do a thank you page, come up to thank you page. Thank you for entering our contest. This will actually come up on the screen. Thank you for entering our contest, and put whatever you want, whatever thank you message you want to put right there. And you have set up a kiosk system, just that quick. And you walk in and you show them the kiosk system. It doesn't get any simpler than that. Now, you're probably asking, well, Kerry, what would I charge for that? Of course, you go in and you do a $199 setup. Okay, that pays for your travels to Walmart to pick up your package, unless you had it delivered to your doorstep, and that's what I like to do because they deliver these tablets for free. So you've got your tablet time, you've got your time of getting ready to go out. You've put time in it, so that $199, that $100 covers the kiosk. And it gives you another $100 for your gas and your time and your energy. Okay? So you got a $199 setup. And I would go in and do something like another maybe $49 to $79 a month. Okay, $49 to $79 a month. So you just took your last bill. And remember, you've not put out any more money. So you got 49 plus 89. That's $138 a month minus 15. It's 123 net times 100. You just took that $7,800 up to $12,300 a month. Okay, a month when you get all your 100 customers on that. And this is just the beginning. And you don't have to. And you're only going to have to replace the customers that fall out. Okay, you're only going to have to replace the customers that fall out. But on this package, guess what? You don't have to add anything else to it. The only thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to come in and you're going to have to increase his texting. All right, does that make sense to everybody? The only thing you're going to have to come in and do, why? Because he's going to be using more texting. He's going to have the birthday club involved. Okay? He's going to have the birthday club involved. Ken says what we did with the boutique was took off the birthday club, then going back and saying we got a great add-on with the birthday. Absolutely genius. Absolutely genius. So they didn't even put the birthday club on. They sold them a kiosk. Now they're going to go and upsell the birthday club. Genius. Because now they don't even have to go back and do the kiosk. Okay? What you want to make sure you do is you're going to come over. You're going to make sure that your text keyword is all set up. Everything is good there. Okay, allow opt-in. This was already done when you did your 27126. Make sure his sign-up incentive message is still the same. Make sure all this stuff hasn't changed. Okay, now we're going to come over. We're going to go into Edit Web App. And we're going to set up our birthday club. We're going to go into Content. We're going to go into Join Our List. And we're going to set up our birthday club. Ask users their birthday. Yes. Allow people to subscribe to your email list. No. Allow people to subscribe to your text list. Yes. And whatever your birthday program is, you got 130 characters to send out on their birthday. And just type that in. Whatever it's going to be. Sit and forget. You never have to worry about it again. Sit and forget. You never have to worry about it again. If he calls you up on the phone and says, hey, we got a new year coming on. I would like to change the birthday message. No problem. I'll just shoot you a bill for $49.99 on that, and I'll get it changed for you. If you'll just email me over what you want. 100 people do that a year. It's another $4,900 added to your bottom line for changing some text. Hit save, and your program is set up. Now, I know this sounds simple, okay? I know this, you're probably thinking, you know, this sounds so easy. It can't be true. And I don't know if Ken is broadcasting to everybody. Ken, are you broadcasting to all panelists and attendees? Because I'm going to ask you a question. I want everybody to see it. So make sure when I ask you this question that it transmits to all panelists and attendees. And Ken didn't know I was going to do this. So I'm gonna put him on the spot here. Okay, right now you're doing to all panelists. Could you change that? So can you see where you change that to all panelists and attendees? Yeah, it says click the down arrow in the chat at the bottom. Because I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna put you on the spot. And just say yes. Okay. Ken is a high type A personality. You think I'm type A? This guy talks at 90 miles an hour. He has no off button. I don't know if he ever sleeps. He talks more than any human being I ever know. He's one of the nicest guys I've ever met. And when we first talked, he literally was selling everything and the kitchen sink of his house. And he might have thrown Maria in there as a bonus program. Ken, when we brought you back down to earth and we said, hey, slow down, go out and sell a product, was it not the simplest thing that you could have ever done? And I didn't ask you this prior to the show. You didn't know I was going to ask you. Is this not the simplest program that you could have ever put together and go out and making sales? And Ken dropped off now. So just type it in the box, yes or no. Love it, absolutely. Thank you, buddy. And it's the truth. It's the truth. Working with a guy in Canada, same thing. Same thing. Yeah. He went in for a haircut and came out with a residual monthly income. It's just that simple. You walk in, you ask that simple question. Are you using any type of system to bring customers back, something like SMS, they're going to say no. The majority of them are going to say no. Nobody's ever walked into that small to medium business and asked them that question. Do you have 15 minutes for me to show you how I can bring customers back into your business at the click of a button? I'd just like to simply demonstrate it to you now. Absolutely. You build your 100 customer base. I cannot tell you how important that is. I've showed you a new product tonight, and everybody's excited because I just added another $6,000 to your bottom line every month. Do not get ahead of yourselves. Please, do not get ahead of yourselves. Set up your 27126 base. Get your signs printed. Make sure they're putting it in every print ad. Do you want to see those numbers increase in their database? Okay? You want to make sure that those numbers right here, text subscribers, is increasing every single week, every single month. You want to go in there and make sure those numbers, and you need to stay on top of that. If you don't see them increasing, you need to go by and make sure that they put their signs out. You need to go by and make sure that they're putting 27126 and their keyword in their ads. That's extremely important for your next step. The most important thing you can do for your next step is to go in there and make sure that their list is being built. Why do you want to do that? Why do you want to make sure that they're building their list? Anybody? Because if they're building their list, you've got a foundation to stand on, and they know the system is working. They know the system is working when people are walking in, just like Sonic knows their system is working. When you drive by and say, hey, I got this thing for 50 cent corny dogs on my text message. And at our Sonic, they asked you when you pull up, they said, how did you find out about our special? The only way they sent it out is text message. So you have to let them know I got a text message. One lady up there makes you show it to her. She's kind of mean. But it's amazing what it will do for you. Amazing. Yeah, keep them coming back. $5 chicken on Sunday. Absolutely, buddy. I cannot tell you how many $5 that turned into a $10 bill that I go get those $5 chicken on Sundays. Absolutely. Build your base. Okay, let's do a recap real quick. Build your base. 75 to 100 customers. 90 days. Go out as you see that list building. If a list is not building, do not walk in with an upsell. Yeah, thank you, buddy. Excuse me. Do not forget about checking. You cannot go in and upsell something if something's not working for a client. Don't make yourself look silly. Okay? Make yourself look professional and know what's going on so that you can talk to them. All right? Yeah, if I survive long enough, you're right, buddy. I'm hurting. I'm hurting tonight. All right. Any questions at all? Any questions at all? Yeah, Ken used the one-tap.mobi that I showed you last week. He used the one-tap.mobi to send out. That's a very good way to do it. Yeah, that's what I need, man. Is the one set. Now, when you do the kiosk, they don't need to use the 127 of the one-tap.mobi any longer. They can do it right from the kiosk system. Right from the kiosk system. All right. Okay, I'm going to show you a new feature. It's been asked for a very, very, very long time. Very, 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 very long time. Can everybody see the bottom of my app right here? Okay, this is a rotating banner. A lot of people have been wanting to use this as an ad space, just like you can with the ad programs to put ads on down here. A lot of people that are using the the Kiosk. I mean, I got Kiosk on the brain. The directory program. Okay. They want to sell this ad space down here. They've sold them an app in their directory. Okay. And maybe it's a hotel, and maybe that hotel wants to now put an ad down here. Okay. They want to put an ad down here. Simply, now this ad, let me go ahead and say this now because somebody's going to ask, what size is that? This is 500 wide by 50 pixels high. It's an actual image. Okay, and you can go and customize the images. I just did this real quick to make a video the other day. You can customize the images. You can put the pictures of the hotels. You can put their logos on here. Excuse me one sec. You can put their logos on here, whatever you want to do. Okay, and this is simply done just like this header image up here. Just go to settings, go to footer. I have tested this with old and new apps. The older before this was launched, the older 2.0. So what you want to do is go to images. And you can see here, so there used to not be an image tab down here. Now there's an image tab, and you can add as many as you want. You can link to a page in the app. All right, you can link to any page in the app, or you can just put a static. You can put a static image there. All right, 500 by 50. Just simply click add an image, and you're good to go. Any questions on the new feature at all? You can also move this wherever you want. If you want to put it above the bar, you can. You can put it above the tab bar. I think it looks better at the bottom. That's where most ad companies run the ads on the apps. Just put it on the bottom, drag it down to the bottom, and there you go. Really, really cool feature. Great way to go out and sell that ad space for events. We've talked about events. I use the same method. You could literally put 10 banners in here at 1 second a piece. You know, that's getting, 1 second. I think I've got that set at 1 second. Let me look. I don't have those images. I'm going to put a big image in there. You know. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, that's set at 1 second. But you can see that one image really messed it up. Let me remove that. Any questions on this at all? Yes, you can link to other pages in here. You can link to whatever page you want it to. Link to page. I don't have the code. Next week, I'll show you how to link this to a blank page. Hang on a second. Give me 1 second here. I may have the code in this app. I'm not sure. Okay, you could take this code right here. This is a redirect code that we use in our forms. I haven't tested this, but I'm pretty sure it will work. You could come in and create an HTML page. We'll call this test banner. We'll do this right here on training. And let's put this to let's see if this works. We're going to attach that to that page. I was going to test it, but what the heck, right? Let's do it on a call. Did I say that page? Y'all have to excuse me. That medicine kicking in. Hell, I can't remember my name right now. Okay. Test banner. Okay, here just a second. I sure didn't mean to do that. Let's go to Edit Web App. Let's go to Settings. Let's go to Footer. Let's go to Images. Let's go to here. Test banner. Click Save. Reload. There you go. So you can put that redirect in there, and it will send them to whatever page you want to send them to. I don't remember who asked that. What do you think about that, Dennis? So you can send them to another app. Maybe it's not inside. Maybe you don't have it built inside this app. You can send them that app. So if we wanted to send them to another app, we would simply get that URL. Let's do that real quick so you can see it on training. I don't have a clue what this is. Go off directory. Let's see what it looks like before we do it. Okay, so it looks different enough. We'll know. Okay, we can come up here. Let's go into Edit Web App. Let's come over to Content, HTML pages. Edit the test. Damn. It's redirected when I go to that page, so give me 1 second here. I can't change it fast enough. I'll get Mark to take a look at that so that doesn't happen. So but I'll figure that out. So we know it works. I'll just have to have him put a delay in there or take that out where that page doesn't redirect. But I'll get that fixed for you. A really, really cool feature. Really, 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 really cool. Any questions on anything we talked about tonight? Do not let this take your focus away. I don't want to take your focus away from anything except what you're focused on. But this is a new feature that we added. It's just another income stream that you launch next year. Okay. When you go in and you're talking about the mobile business card, and you're talking about, and this is actually, I stole this from Will Sims, where you co-op the apps. Maybe this is a hotel, and you co-op with a restaurant and put a restaurant ad down here. Okay. And they split the cost of the app. All right. So just one way to do that. Any questions at all? Any questions? All right. Well, I'm just about spent. And I want to thank everybody for coming out, being a part of our training every single Wednesday night. You guys are the most important thing to our company, each and every one of you. And coming here shows us that you're committed and dedicated to building your business. Everybody have an absolute wonderful Thanksgiving. Thank you so much, Patricia. Thank you, Kitty. Thank you, Will. Everybody have a wonderful Thanksgiving. We will see you the Tuesday after Thanksgiving, and everything's going to be awesome. Everything's going to be awesome. Next thing we're going into is the 2.0 kiosk and how to upsell those. You bet, Jerry. See you, buddy. Good to see you too, Todd, Kenny, everybody.